believe in their same God. They're going to control you. They will do everything to try and marginalize and bifurcate and cut off and try and find the winning ideology that they think will separate the people who are preaching the message of freedom from the pack. And they will keep...
Well, look how they say the Tea Party... first, it's Ron Paul starts it. The Republicans try to co-opt it. That's one slice. Then they say it's only white, so other folks don't feel welcome.
Right.
And it's always like, well, you're black or you're Hispanic. You can't be for the Second Amendment or property rights. You can't be for family because these evil whiteys are for it.
Right, that's right. Well, and that's right. Oh, let's separate all the people who are... that's what they'll do. You see it right now. It's like... Obama's even going out there talking to people.
No, he
like
says he says I'm going to run now on race openly, and he's saying exactly.
Yeah, and when you see so many of the leaders of this movement sitting there saying, "Oh, well, the black community." I mean, I don't. It's like, aren't these the people who preach kumbaya? Now all of a sudden, when it's convenient, they'll just flip the script and they'll be like, "Oh no, well, be afraid of big white." You see, they're all over there in their meeting, so now we got to go fight for ours. And it's really this. Yeah,
no. Obama came out to the big black group this weekend and said, "Shut up, quit complaining. I'm going to protect you from whitey. You're going to okay. Let's talk about whitey. The big mega bankers, the big criminals. A lot of them are white. They're the ones that put you in power to play this whole race game."
Well, that's what I was saying earlier about the tribal thing. Once the two teams get together against a different enemy, and once we identify that, I think that we can have a lot of...
That's what scares the globalists.
That's exactly right.
The minute I had this epiphany, and you have epiphanies every day, but it was common sense. But I was walking off my car this morning, and it just came to me. I said, it's liberty. And I said, that's the message we've got to get out to everybody, that everybody deserves liberty, and that I want the whole world to be free. And even though they've trained these groups to attack me and hate me because of how I looked, I've got to just ignore that and move forward and talk to them like they're a human.
That's right, because we've got to, as a movement, rise. It's okay to be frustrated and it's okay to be upset and we should be angry, but it's like we've got to just stay on message and look at these people like they're caught in the matrix. And say, you know what? Liberty is the greatest thing, and we are here to help you be free, and we will not waver from that message, regardless of if you want to call us racist or not. We know in our heart we're not. We're here to spread liberty, and I think if we stay on that, they can't stop us. That's. All
right, I want to hold you guys a little bit in the next hour. I want to go through some news, but your calls are straight ahead, I promise. I will go directly to everybody that's holding on the other side. First off will be Ben. Stay with us, Infowars.com.
If you're a man over 40, you may feel like half the man you used to be. Are you gaining more body fat? Are you feeling tired? Are you losing your sex drive? It's not your fault. After 40, your body's testosterone may start dropping. And if you are an African American man, you're at a higher risk of your testosterone turning into estrogen. Be the man you used to be. Call for a risk-free trial of Ageless Male, a natural supplement shown to raise testosterone by 61% and maintain healthy, normal levels. You can feel the youthful energy and the healthy sex drive you once had. And Ageless Male is all natural. No injections or appointments. Just one quick phone call. Get your risk-free trial of Ageless Male.
Call 1-800-497-8345. That's 1-800-497-8345. With Ageless Male, you can raise your testosterone naturally by 61%. Call 1-800-497-8345. That's 1-800-497-8345.
Alex Jones here with vital information concerning our nation's fragile food supply. Folks, there are some truly dangerous trends forming, and I think it's important for my listeners to do three things right away. Number one, study the past. History really does repeat itself. Number two, learn to spot the dangerous food shortage trends. Number three, take decisive action. A perfect storm is brewing for a global food crisis. That's why I'm telling everyone to read the new book, Rising Prices, Empty Shelves. Warning signs that trigger the deadliest famines in history. Don't get caught unprepared when the crisis hits. This book is only available at risingpricesemptyshelves.com. You'll also get a free copy of Supermarket Survival, How to Cut Your Grocery Bills in Half. Again, that website is risingpricesemptyshelves.com. That's risingpricesemptyshelves.com.
Optics Planet is calling all hunters, shooters, and outdoorsmen. It's time to gear up. As the best online retailer of rifle scopes, red dot sights, lasers, and other firearm accessories, Optics Planet has a special deal to offer GCN listeners. You may already know OpticsPlanet.com has the best selection of weapon lights, holsters, night vision, binoculars, and tactical gear on the planet. With incredibly low prices, free shipping on most orders, and USA-based phone support, Optics Planet is the online retailer of choice for discerning gun owners and outdoor enthusiasts. Featuring Loophole, Blackhawk, EOTech, Crimson Trace, Night Force, Trigicon, Surefire, over 700 top brands. For a limited time, head to opticsplanet.com/GCN to get a free Streamlight Keymate, the world's most powerful keychain light with purchase. That's opticsplanet.com/GCN or call 800-332-OPTICS right now to speak with an Optics Planet product specialist. 800-332-6784.
Okay, I'm back live, panting. I'm on the other side of the building. I apologize to my guest. This doesn't happen a lot. We had an idea for me to do something on the show tonight because this came out last Friday. I didn't cover it. We're going to be covering it tonight. So the guys thought, kind of like when I made fun of folks who think the world's going to end from Common Elena. We used a clip from Thundar the Barbarian where the guy's head spins around. He's shooting the beams out. We're doing another one of those animations where I spontaneously combust. So we're going to air that tonight. It's pretty cheesy. I was trying to kept trying to do it like where I catch on fire down here and then all of a sudden burst into flame. Did you guys see this BBC article, first Irish case of death by spontaneous combustion? The government has confirmed, and their coroners confirmed that Michael Faraday, 76, died at his home, completely caught on fire and exploded. These have been confirmed in front of witnesses throughout history. You know, people just catch on fire and just, like in a movie.
Yeah, I've heard of it before, but randomly, I didn't know another guy, they had a confirmed case this week. What was that, last week?
Yeah, maybe the Predator was there and shot him.
Exactly.
There's invisible Captain Spock with a phaser. Captain Spock now.
Well, be careful because they're going to say that's what happened to Building 7 soon. So
oh, by the way, they've come out now saying it's all discredited. Some type of metal combined with the sprinkler systems, and there were explosions in the towers now. But what about 7, though? No, really wild. So now there were explosions.
I did not hear that.
It's unbelievable how the government proves itself to be incompetent and corrupt over and over and over again. And it's proven so after the fact. And yet people just, we'll believe them the next time. I mean, do they not look at
it sets a precedent that this is the group that lies to us.
Yeah.
And so people feel powerless, so they just give in. I'm going to shut up now and go to calls. Sorry, folks. Ben in Kansas, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the police state here starting up in Wichita, and we got patrol rifles now. So all the police officers have their own AR-15 in their cars, and of course the government paid for them with stimulus funds or whatever.
Well, that's fine as long as they don't want our guns. That's the issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Is more guns, less crime, and cops do run into people that have more firepower than them. As long as the cops don't want my guns. But what about New York saying they've got helicopters with missiles to shoot down errant jet aircraft?
Yeah, I mean, we've got helicopters here now, so it's just, I mean, I can tell you, it's the police state.
Well, that is what the militarization of police ends in, is it's a foggy enemy, and now terrorism is every activity that doesn't include licking boots. And so every police force can now turn into an armed group to, quote, fight the shadowy enemy.
Yeah, you read 1984, and it's unbelievable.
Winston figures out that the government is just bombing itself.
Yeah. It's unreal how this stuff just plays out. By the way, it's played out this way over and over and over. It's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. People just need to look.
No, if you study history, this happened in the last century. This government's building towards some type of big mega-death event where it kills tens of millions of people. Anything else there, Ben?
They're spraying us with chemtrails. They're poisoning us.
We'll be back.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Alex Jones here with vital information concerning our nation's fragile food supply. Folks, there are some truly dangerous trends forming, and I think it's important for my listeners to do 3 things right away. Number 1, study the past. History really does repeat itself. Number 2, learn to spot the dangerous food shortage trends. Number 3, take decisive action. A perfect storm is brewing for a global food crisis. That's why I'm telling everyone to read the new book, Rising Prices, Empty Shelves. Warning signs that trigger the deadliest famines in history. Don't get caught unprepared when the crisis hits. This book is only available at risingpricesemptyshelves.com. You'll also get a free copy of Supermarket Survival, How to Cut Your Grocery Bills in Half. Again, that website is risingpricesemptyshelves.com. That's risingpricesemptyshelves.com.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Okay, we're taking your calls and going over news. They now are claiming the towers did spontaneously combust. And so did this guy in England. They say police typically find burned corpses, but no burned furniture. The inquest by the coroner has found the 76-year-old man did spontaneously combust. And now the feds are saying the towers spontaneously combusted. You know, they're now teaching in firefighting school, before they didn't teach this, that a lighter will burn down a skyscraper. Of course, it never happened before, and never only on those days, but they have to change the laws of physics.
Yes.
They do that a lot. They do that with nuclear. They do that with heat temp on beams. They just kind of move the bar and just say that's the new normal.
They're saying, we're getting thousands of times higher the size of it. We'll just raise it 100,000 times. What's safe?
Well, they do that with pretty much everything in school, unfortunately. That's why they reteach American history. They reteach most things of fact to convert it to the narrative.
Let's go ahead and take another call, and I'll continue with this. Explosions caused by jet fuel and water sprinklers brought down Twin Towers, 9/11 scientists say. So now they're saying those explosions later, it's been proven as the towers, 45 minutes later, whatever, are falling. Those are first they weren't explosions. Now, the jet fuel somehow got kept and then blew up. Even though you can't hardly get jet fuel to light on fire unless it's been aerosolized like in the initial impact.
Yep.
But, and, of course, the firefighters reported the fires were basically out. But, again, the government says Easter bunnies did it, so it must be true. Let's go ahead. Get you guys into trouble now. Let's go ahead and talk to Thomas in California. Go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Jones. How you doing?
I'm completely out of control. Go ahead.
Well, you guys have a great show here today. Basically, what I was thinking about was how to get the media back on our side since they've stolen our First Amendment. And
the corporate whore media, that's bought and paid for people that are thinking about what they're going to be doing that night, or at the golf course or whatever. They're reading off a teleprompter, and teleprompters are bad because it allows the system to centralize talking points and then distribute them down.
Isn't there a way to at least sue them or at least try and grab it back?
I think the best thing to do is when Fox and NBC and CNN get caught, they've all been caught, removing polls when Ron Paul wins and then giving it to someone else. Point that out to people. They're losing their viewers. They're dying right now.
Yeah, let me tell you, that's why the internet is such a pivotal thing. You can reach 6 billion people from your living room. That is unreal. The whole idea that you have to be, CNN now to have a voice is just not true.
No, more and more it is a true level playing field, and that's why they're coming in with taxes and regulations. And,
absolutely.
And openly saying they got to shut down the web.
Well, they got to control it because just like they could control the airways, now they want to control the webways. And, that the best thing we can do is to get on there, blog, listen to people, support Alex Jones, support people.
That's right, folks. Listen, this information is vital, and it's scaring the system. The Federal Reserve is panicking, so they want to counter the bloggers now. They're going to try to run false flags against the web. The Pentagon has said